He wasn't able to just kind of do anything cleanly without people giving him a hard time about it.
My actual title is Cobra Commander. So that's something that needs to be acknowledged, I think, further. I also go by faggot now.
They use that non-pejorative fag. He's an ego fag and a moral fag and a leader fag and a, you know, just about everything but a, you know, but a fag is, you know, leave it to the internet to have to repeat themselves.
What happened today is certainly illegal. Why are you willing to show your face?
I'm more useful as a name fag than I am just as another person with his name hidden.
Barrett being a named person was his own doing. He did not show up as anonymous. He showed up as Barrett Brown.
There's a new world being born here. At least that's the perspective of the people in it. And I think Barrett really reflected that and gave voice to this emerging worldview. Whether it's valid or not is another question.
We are anonymous. We do not forgive. And we do not forget.
I'm the de facto leader of a movement, screaming hack the planet back in '99. Activism in its prime.
Sabu spoke about things in terms of this being a movement for revolution, and everybody was his comrade or his brother.
He had kind of built himself up within Anonymous and had this reputation of, like, doesn't give a fuck freedom fighter.
There's de facto leadership, de facto organizers. Someone had to have the idea and start bringing people in. So for a little while, they're going to listen to this guy. They're going to say, what are we doing here? Why are we doing it?
There are two types of hackers. There's a ghost hacker who constantly changes his identity so nobody knows who he is or even how to really get a hold of him. And then there are people with permanent fixed identities.
Subversive. Fuck the feds. Fuck the government's obsession with controlling the people, and fuck our lack of privacy.
Sabu had a permanent identity. He made it pretty clear what his philosophy, his politics were.
I find him to be incredibly annoying. He uses words like, "What's up, niggy?" and he's a very, like, to me, like, I'm annoyed by everything that he says. Like, I don't like his terms and the way he, like, talks.
He was the king of the hacking world, doing it like a sir, in fact.
Friends around the globe, we are low security.
Oh, that's unexpected.
LulzSec came from Anonymous, and they enjoyed what each other did.
Laughing out loud at security, lols, sick.
Yeah, yo, that's right.
Greetings from Anonymous. For the past decade, the government has tried to take control of our internet ocean.
The Lulz boat was just sailing the infinite seas of hacking excellence, hacking the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, yo, that's right.
We have Fox, X Factor, Sony Pictures, FBI affiliate, CIA, PBS, Senate, Bethesda, Sun, News of the World, Arizona Police Department, AOL, AT&T, NATO, US Navy, your mother. Who's next?
Sophia, is everything all right? Are you dead?
Crossing the road. I'm not gonna
Are you okay? Remember you tweeted my fucking phone number? It said 512-560-662. Here's the leader of LulzSec. Call him now. You put it on the fucking LulzSec Twitter.
Barrett Brown is the leader of LulzSec. Give him a call now.
I got 200 calls.
I might have been a bit inebriated.
Hurry up. Get the sign. You have it?
They say good hats.
Oh my god. Oh my god, he did it. Oh my god. Oh my, you did it, man. No, I'm watching it. I'm standing here watching it. You did it. It's working. It's totally working.
I was working in a cubicle, I'd be like, oh, what are those lulsec guys doing today?
You know those God hates fags, morons that protest soldiers' funerals and stomp on American flags because they got a problem with gay people?
God hates fags. What part of that don't you understand, girl?
I don't fucking understand why God hates fags.
Because he can.
You can sometimes take over the websites themselves, put messages up as we did today with Westboro.
That's unexpected.
If you check downloads.westboro Baptist Church right now, you'll see a nice message from Anonymous.
The hacks got bigger and bigger and bigger. Pull up the screen, and they're like, Tango down, CIA.gov for the lulz.
Very well, sir.
I'm like, oh shit.
What a hacktivist can do and does do all the time is embarrass the power elite in a way that, you know, boots on the ground can't. So you can go and sit in front of a building, you can circle the Pentagon. That doesn't really embarrass anyone. If you hack the website of the CIA, you've embarrassed the power structure of the nation state. You've embarrassed the Pentagon. You've embarrassed the United States of America. You've embarrassed it by puncturing the illusion of their power.
You made us look bad. You taunted us. We don't take too kindly to that. You embarrassed me. So when someone comes along, like a hacker, and exposes the dark underbelly of this beast, that beast, it's not just tickling the beast, they're going to take some swipes at you.
One of the most notorious hacking groups of all time has had its head chopped off.
We turn to the government crackdown on a loose, large network of politically inspired hacktivists. A 19-year-old who goes by the nickname Topiary was arrested in Scotland's Shetland Islands.
The FBI will pull in some 17, 20-year-old kid and threaten them with 100 years in prison just to get them to inform on people. There were at least 3 snitches involved in the takedown of lulsec. This was a domino effect. People were taken into custody that folded on their comrades.
Want to speak to me? Want to join the fight? Go to Wall Street and protest.
On September 17, 2011, Sabu comes back on Twitter from his month-long absence, and he's like, "Rise up, my fellas." The next thing I know is 18 chat rooms are linked together, and everybody's working in this Occupy Wall Street chant, and holy shit, all right, so let's get to work.
They took your honor. They took your freedom. They tried to take your courage. Now we know you cannot be stopped.
I grew up in a normal family. I'm from Arkansas. I'm a high school dropout. There's nothing particularly special about me. And there's nothing particularly special about any of us. But together we can form a movement. I am the 99%.
Tricked us into going down a one-way street, and then they kettled us because we were on a one-way street. They were really mean and kind of violent.
Were you wearing your anonymous mask when you got arrested?
I was too. I don't want to hide my face, but sometimes I feel like I have to.
People are dismissing you guys as anarchists.
Well, I'm an anarchist, and many Anons are anarchists as well, and so are many of the people who support us and work with us.
Anarchy. Thousands of Occupy protesters flooded the streets.
The sinister mask fashioned on Guy Fawkes, the revolutionary who attempted to blow up the British Parliament buildings more than 400 years ago, has become a worldwide symbol of anarchy and revolution. They are terrorists.
The other side, the rich motherfuckers, portraying us all as destructive, mindless anarchists and so forth, really exposed how reactionary and how inherently violent the police state really is.
This guy was just arrested, didn't do anything illegal. This guy was just standing around too.
The Jews fooled the Germans because they got to Germany and they're very like serious, rigid people, and the Germans were like, oh, they're just like us, and so they got this great success in Germany. And then the Germans figured out, oh, they took over our banks and it's hyperinflated our currency. Fuck these people. Right? And perhaps the punishment was disproportionate to the crime, but
maybe
the Jews were the criminal people in Germany, and they did have something coming to them, you know, just a little.
Oh
Perhaps not the Holocaust.
I totally don't blame you for walking away. It's a good thing you're a troll. You can always pull that kind of troll card.
He's obviously a troll and by all accounts, an asshole, and highly offensive and of dubious moral fiber and dubious moral standing.
He is an internet troll, and for the uninitiated, that's someone who just likes to mess with people for the sake of messing with people.
Trolling is a rhetorical style that exposes somebody else's personality flaws by eliciting a reaction from them that shows the true nature of their character.
He pinpoints your vulnerability and he immediately starts to exploit it, but for a higher cause, to show that you're hypocritical, to show that you have misogyny, to show that you yourself are racist while you're yelling at him for being racist.
Trolling is in the Socratic tradition of questioning everything and driving people nuts until they question their assumptions. And that's basically what a good troll will aspire to do.
If I were to name parties that I think were great trolls, I'd say Giordano Bruno, Zeno of Elia, Jesus Christ, Joseph Smith, Brigham Young. I'd definitely name some parties who used a very combative style of rhetoric, but probably nobody alive.
You meet Weave in person, and he's the nicest guy in the world. He'll hold the door open for you, he'll grab you a soda if you ask him, and if you meet him online, he'll spew a whole bunch of anti-Semitic crap, and he'll be really mean.
I'd like to think of trolling as a way of expressing working class discontent. I recall recently that Gina Reinhart called the working class people of Australia lazy and without self-control. Trolling is the right of said people to respond by telling her to perhaps stop eating and get on a treadmill.
You say that trolling is about creating something that expresses the true nature of the character. I wonder how what you said about Gina Reinhart exposes the true nature of the character if you're just talking about her weight.
When